Okay, for your second workout this phase, which is a really good, awesome workout, the 3 exercises we're putting together here in a little tricep can help mobilize us and strengthen us, and of course we're going to add that conditioning element to it. So this is not a follow-along workout. Essentially, you guys, if you've been coming along here for a little while, you know this sort of type of workout. And this is starting these 3 exercises every 2 minutes. So what you will do, you'll get a timer on your phone. It will maybe repeat and set an alert every 2 minutes. It beeps, or it could be an app that you use that plays music, but it will alert you every 2 minutes. So in the 2 minutes time, you're going to do these 3 exercises: 5 Hindu push-ups, 5 on each leg of the Oompahs, and then 10 Hindu squats. I will show you the levels and the technique in a second. Now we aim to finish those 3 exercises at the highest level that we can, round about in 90 seconds, okay? If we're finishing before 90 seconds, if we're finishing in 60 seconds, we need to up the levels a little bit, okay? And if we can't up the level, then maybe up the numbers a little bit, okay? So you might add a couple of extra push-ups, a couple of extra Oompahs, a couple of extra squats, okay? If we finish in around about that 90-second mark, the 30 seconds is for recovery. Recover that breathing, shake loose, and get ready to go again. This is a great little session, guys. You don't need any equipment. Again, it's just the floor and you. Okay, your floor, your stable friend. All right. Now, the other thing I'm suggesting to you guys, as always, journal. So what we want you to do is start round 1. Start at a level that we want you to maintain the same levels right the way through the session. Now, if you want a 20-minute workout, obviously you do 10 rounds. But I want you to build up to 20 rounds, which will be a 40-minute workout, okay? All right, now, you could do what I like to do with this is like a little bit of joint circling for 5 minutes, a 5-minute walk or walk-run, your 40 minutes with your 20 rounds, and then you finish again with a 5-minute walk-run, 5 minutes of maybe light stretching. Okay, so that would be an hour of power for you. All right, cool. But you obviously make it your own. Maybe ramp up to it over the weeks, whereby maybe the first week you do this, first time you do 10 rounds. Second time you do it, maybe you do 15 rounds. Third time you do it, maybe you do all 20 rounds. However, you get the drill. All right, cool. Let's talk about these Hindu push-ups. So, as always, spread those fingers, push them down into the ground, crush the ground, corkscrew the elbow pits forward, pat the shoulders, keep the head away from the floor, and set your feet back a little bit wider than those shoulder width hands. From here, we're locking the pelvis in. Again, all those same cues, lengthening the heels to head. For level 1, we push the chest towards the thighs, softening my knees, and then I pull back to that strong plank position. All right, so V-press. So we would just do 5, strong push, strong engage. Okay, and think about squeezing the hands into each other as well. For level 2, it's that same down dog, up dog. Now look where I'm going here. I'm not there or there. I'm pushing down with my hands, the top of my head reaches the ceiling. I'm squeezing the shoulders back. This gives me a stretch in my hip flexors. This position should not give you any pain in your lower back. If it does, it is not normal, but it is very common. You've got work to do. We've got some other videos up there to show you things that you can do immediately to open up the hips and the thoracic spine. But you might need some soft tissue work, you might need some dedicated stuff or other stuff off myself, and you might need some chiropractic work, okay? So remember, don't accept pain. It is not normal, although it is common for you to feel pain here. So if you do, you come back to level 1. All right. So level 2 is a strong up dog, strong down dog. Level 3 is what we call dive through. We go to the knees to the floor, but we bring ourselves back onto those flat tops of the feet, so we can get all the way back. Strong hands still corkscrew, tuck that chin. I'm squeezing myself under that fence. And then when I get to about here, I let my knees slide as I come into that up dog. I can lift again off those thighs if I'm able to. And then as I push back, knees go to the floor, all the way back, all the way under, strong as I can. Inhaling, exhaling. Okay. Level 4, Hindu push-up proper. Strong hands, same position, push, keep the chin tucked, long back of the neck with control. Coming under that face. Up we go. Push straight back. Okay, now, when we're doing this, I'm just going to show you from this angle, don't let those elbows flare out. Or maybe I'll show you from just maybe I'll show you straight up. Okay, so here, when I'm in this position, I push my chest and thighs. Look, I'm corkscrewing the hands. I don't focus on the elbows, I focus on the hands. If I focus, look, that's what happens. It's as if I'm doing that. So that keeps my elbow pit there. I don't release that corkscrew action at all for the duration of the push-up. So you notice that when I'm here, the elbows don't go out there. If they do, you're not corkscrewing. So it's don't focus on the elbows, focus on the corkscrew action of the hands, squeeze up. They're still corkscrewing. If I let that go and do that, okay? And I'm pushing back, still corkscrew. That rotational torque stabilises the shoulders. If you want nice, safe, healthy shoulders, corkscrew those hands. All right, Oompahs. Now again, the beautiful order of this tricep is that if we have got to level 2 and beyond, this is a hip flexor stretch. We know we're stiff through here. So now let's strengthen the back side. Okay. So if you have issues performing Oompahs because of either you get dizzy or your shoulders crunch, just do a regular supine bridge. But maybe you could do an anchored bridge. So what I mean by that is you can have your feet maybe a bit wider. So Oompah position is feet wide and the hips, toes turned out a little bit. Now what you can do is try and maybe, if you can't yet, grab the heels and maybe you try and reach for them. But if you can, hook here. If you can maybe grab there and then roll the shoulders together. And then you squeeze it. So even though I'm still keeping this engaged, I'm not flaring, I'm working the back of the hips, just shorten up, you're just really getting that extra squeezing the shoulder blades together. And then you can't come all the way down, but it's a squeeze up like so. And back down. Squeeze up. And if you're on 2 legs, you will do 10 repetitions. With the Oompah, I'll show you from this angle and I'll change angle. We push through one foot. So if I just push through that one side, that happens. It pushes me to the opposite shoulder. But look, my butt, hammy is engaged. And I can pull back down. So I use this hip to pull myself back down. And I would push through the other side, roll into the opposite shoulder. Alright, now I can start adding just a little tap. But I always try to get that full extension of the hip. Tap. And then I can progress to reach right way through the middle. Pull back. And the reach is full extension of the hip. And then really try to reach right out so this all gets a nice stretch as well. I'll show you from this angle. So it's here. Push. So it rolls towards the opposite shoulder. Reach. Pull back. Drive. Reach. Pull back. Okay? So we don't have to rush this. We have to make it strong movement. Remember, we do want to finish it around about the 90-second mark, but not before. So really make these exercises really, really strong. Okay, we stand up for the Hindu squats. Now, a Hindu squat, the real traditional main method is to lift the heels as we squat down. So we're strengthening the feet, we're working the calves as well as working the ankles as well as the knees and the hips. So what we want to do here is position our feet straight ahead, straight under our hips, not wide like so. We want to work this balance, these feet. So if we, first of all, internally rotate those shoulders, reach back as far as we can. I'm lifting up as far as I can without collapsing. And then I squat down, let the butt follow those hands. The lift the heels, and I can sweep, and then re-engage. When I'm in this position, it's like that standing mountain posture, everything's lighting up. I'm squeezing the shoulders down and back. And I reach. Now I don't have to do it that slow, it can be inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, okay? Had a little bit of a wobble on them, but you get the idea, we're doing. So if we can do 15 of those, alright? So it's 5, I might have got this wrong before, but it's 5 Hindu push-ups. It's 10 Oompahs, 5 on each leg, and it's 15 squats, okay? That's what we're trying to do. So 5, 10, 15. Do that, good form, and you get hopefully your 30 seconds rest, but every 2 minutes you go again. Your modification, by the way, you cannot at this moment in time. So again, it's very common for people if they lift, it's very common for people to have knee pain, full stop. So reduce your range of movement, okay? So if you reduce your range of movement, it could be that you keep your heels down, and you might even have to do this. It's still okay, still work it. Over time, we get deeper. Scratch the surface of pain, don't go through pain, don't bounce through it. If you can lift your heels, lift them, but if you can't at all, maybe you can get full range, keeping your heels down, and it gives you no pain. We still know we've got something to address, but maybe that's the modification you use to train around that symptom, okay? Cool.